Okay, so I'm just gonna make two videos for these different stories because one of them is like spanning over 2 years, and the other ones are just random incidents that have happened recently in my life since I can remember them. So yeah, let's just do that. And no boobs today. Let's just see how many subscribers I lose at this point, honestly. So yeah, my first story is going to be about my first boyfriend. To clarify, I'm a lesbian, so this was before the times of me knowing this. I'm currently with someone, so don't ask if you are planning to ask. Okay, whatever. But yeah, also as a disclaimer, this story happened when I was 11/12, so yeah, let that settle in as this story progresses downward. Alright, and sorry about the noise. So this story started on IMVU. It was that I had an account, like when I turned 11, I started getting onto IMVU, and in October, which is kind of ironic because I met my current girlfriend in October as well. Well, not exactly in October, but whatever. Not talking about this today. So yeah, it was on IMVU, and I was in this gay chat room because I made my account as a dude, and I was going under dude alias at that point. I called myself Edwin. So sassy. Anyway, so that stuff happened, and I met a guy named Jared, and his username, at least his first name, was Kane. He went by Kane at that point. He didn't tell me his actual name was Jared until long afterward. So yeah, we chatted in a room for a while. We went to another room because a girl was like stalking me, and went to another chat room. And we were talking, and sorry if I'm looking at this constantly, it's just that I get to see myself talking, and I need to monitor how I look like right now. Okay, so yeah, we were chatting, and then like all of a sudden, like, we did the chat sex, and I didn't know how gay sex worked, so it was really awkward. And yeah, that I read a fan fiction, and apparently inserting stuff into penis is not possible, so I was kind of stupid in that sense, and that just sounds like so disturbing right now, thinking back on this. Okay, so yeah, we started going out a little while later, and I had started going out with a guy named George or something. He was all obsessed with Jeffree Star, and I was in my singing bopper phase at that point. And so yeah, he'd like left for 2 weeks, and then I started talking to Jared, and then he never came back ever again. So I was like, okay, I mean, I started a relationship with you and whatnot, but since it's Jared here, I'm gonna go with him, because I was a total douchebag back in the day. I'm better at this commitment stuff right now, I assure you. Okay. So, we were dating, and it was really, you know, it was awkward. There was a lot of chat sex, and I was like emotionally going downward, and like, yeah, I was getting to the depression. And at some point, it was like during December or so, he said that he was going to come to Oregon and get a hotel and then have me come over like all the time. And So yeah, that's where this story actually gets going, because then we started exchanging pictures and whatnot, and I was trying to hide the fact that I was a girly girl, aka got the hips that don't lie. Got hips that don't lie. So yeah, I did all that stuff, and I really regret doing that stuff. But I do not have any hatred for him. I never really hated him, honestly, afterwards. It's just that I feel kind of stupid for what proceeds next in this story. So, sorry, stuff going on. So, I was doing that stuff, and chatting. It's really blurry right now, because this was a long time ago. Like, I'm 14 right now. I don't know what's going on back in the day. But yeah. So I gave him this totally bullshit statement that I'm a hermaphrodite, and that would explain why I have titties and hips and no penis. Yeah. I'm fully a girl, so yeah. Soon after, he was believing all this bullshit, and I feel kind of bad for doing that, but then again, he was probably gonna go all pedo on my ass. And yeah, at the time he was like 19 or 20, so yeah, I have problems with this too, that they're always older than me. It's creepy, honestly. So yeah, so that stuff happened, and we broke up a few times and got back together, and he was calling me a coward because I was suicidal. So obviously he was kind of a douchebag in that sense, but yeah, whatever. And then, like, a little while after that, it was December of 2013. Yeah, 2013. December, and I know it's December because we were totally out of the relationship thing in 2014. So yeah, I sent him nudes, and I regret that a lot because I sent like full body nude, and I feel like I'm a total slut for that. I probably am a total slut, but not the case. Even though I'm like, in real life, I'm like the most virgin-y person ever because I haven't even kissed anyone. Yeah, I never had the sex. So I'm a total virgin in real life. Yeah, I'm a total internet whore. So yeah, this is like the main part of the story I was gonna tell you guys anyway. So yeah, I haven't told my mom this, probably never gonna tell her this. So yeah, I'm just, that's kind of the end of the story. I gave him full body nudes and he never gave me any, and I told him my real age, which at the time was probably 13, and we never spoke to each other again, and that's how I would like to leave it, honestly. Like, I don't want to talk to him, I don't want to associate with him anymore, but it's not like hatred I don't want to associate with you, it's just uncomfortable, that kind of stuff. So yeah, all this stuff happened, and I'm not sure what I would consider this story as being, because it wasn't technically a pedo story, because, yeah, it wasn't a child molestation story. I really don't know what I'm going to title this. I'm probably just going to title this, I Am View. why not go on that site as like an 11-year-old? But I was a naive fucking little 9-year-old, and now 14 years old and I'm a total bitch. So yeah, that was my story with that, and I'm gonna proceed to a part 2, which is basically just gonna be stuff. So yeah, enjoyed that, and if you enjoyed this, thank you somehow for enjoying me being a stupid 11, 12-year-old. But yeah,